welcome. If you're a fellow SLP and you are looking for as much info as you can find on correcting a lisp, you're in the right place. Today I'm going to explain the difference between a frontal lisp versus a lateral lisp. Also, welcome back to my channel. I'm really glad that you're here. I'm Karen and I am a speech language pathologist, and on this channel I share speech therapy tips, tricks, and ideas for my fellow SLPs. Okay, so first up we have a frontal lisp. Now, another term that you might hear or see this called is an interdental lisp, and it really is just how it sounds. The tongue is pushing between the upper and lower front teeth, so you literally have almost like a TH substitution for the S sound. So sun is going to sound more like fun. The tongue is flat and going between the teeth. So next up, what is a lateral lisp? A lateral lisp was described once in an old textbook that I read as a slushy L, which made a lot of sense to me. So basically, the tip of the tongue is up where you would keep, to make that little sound on the alveolar ridge and kind of frontal region. However, the sides of the tongue are not lifted, okay? You kind of just got like a flat tongue and just the tip up. So the sides of the tongue are not keeping the air in because they're not up and lifted. So because of that, air is flowing freely into the cheeks, and as a result, we have like a slushy sounding S. So it's kind of like this. If we're going to say the word sun, but we were lateralizing it, it would be like sun. And it can be unilateral or bilateral, meaning one side of the tongue could be letting the air flow freely into the cheeks or both sides. But the key here is that you have air flowing freely into the cheeks because the perimeter of the tongue is not lifting to trap and almost create a funnel to funnel that air out forward. There is actually another type of lisp that you will probably want to know about, and it's called an addental lisp, or I don't know, I always kind of thought of this more as like a dentalized lisp. So let's say you have a student who is not sticking their tongue between their teeth. So you know it's not an interdental lisp because you're not seeing the tongue come through the teeth. However, the S is it's just not sounding crisp. And in that case, you are getting an addental lisp because the teeth are actually blocking the tongue. The tongue is just flat. So it's not up within the dental arch, it's flat and just kind of pushing against the teeth when they're trying to make this sound. So it's going to be more like fun, not fun, but fun instead of sun. So a less crisp S, basically, is what it usually sounds like to me. Palatal lisp is up next. Now, a palatal lisp is, if you think about it, just like what it sounds like. So instead of saying our sound up here where we would want to and having the tongue tip up here where it should be, this person or student has moved their tongue tip too far back into the palatal region, and because of that, the resulting sound is almost more of like a sh sound than a s sound. So instead of saying sun, we're going to get more of like a shun, different than a lateral lisp, which would be a shun. There is one more type of lisp, and this one I really haven't encountered quite as much, but I'm going to make sure that I share it with you because you might encounter this type of lisp, and it is called a strident lisp. When you are encountering a strident lisp, what is happening is that the student is pushing too much air through the opening, so it's going to sound more like a whistle when they make their s sound. Also, be sure to check in the links in the description below because I created a types of lisps cheat sheet freebie just for you. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please make sure to give it a like and let me know in the comments what other Lisp questions you have for me, because honestly, it is one of my favorite things to do is correct a Lisp in speech therapy. So ask me your questions, put them in the comments, and who knows, maybe I will make a video based off of your question. Also, please don't forget to hit subscribe because I have a ton more speech therapy content headed your way. So I'll talk to you next time. Bye guys.